you guys noticed that intro is new, and we're actually trying to get a little legit out here as we're making videos and having fun as a hobby doing this. This is Steenus, aka Brown Turtle, with another edition of Brown Turtle's Playground. This week we are going to talk about 3v3s, the honorable battlefield. What are 3v3s? Well, 3v3s, to me, it's a new and improved arena where you actually get to fight against live players Monday, Wednesday, Friday for an hour, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central Time. I have no idea what time it is in the Pacific because I don't live there. I've never lived there. So I'm sure those who live there know what time it is there. So good luck with that. And 3v3s, the honorable battlefield, is a race to 10 points. Each kill is worth a point. And if you eliminate the entire opposing team, you actually get double the points. And you get 6 points for 3 kills once per round and make your job a little bit easier. You will actually receive for your wins honor coins, and those honor coins can purchase you various items in the honor coin trader store. Less scrolls in there, which is nice. That's the only thing I see on my radar, so definitely try to advance. I mean, the goal is to help you guys advance so you can get those scrolls. So this video is actually going to be more about tips and tricks and strategies on how you can succeed. I have a couple rules. Yeah, I have 2 rules, and those rules are: don't die. That's right, do not die. My other rule is find yourself a freaking team. I don't know if you guys have ever joined a Temple Guardian party, just a pickup group, and you have 4 other players that are AFK on auto, and so you're the only one there trying to hold down the fort. Well, if you pick up game for 3v3, you're going to put yourself in the same boat. I literally just went through a TG and got a C grade because I had 4 people AFK. Yeah, I'm not going to do that with 3v3. I want to get my blessed scrolls. So find yourself a group. And now, how do you find yourself a group? What makes a really good group? Well, I have created 4 classes. You know, this is my first time with the MMORPG. I played WoW for the trial period. I think it was 2 or 3 days. I got to level 31, whatever the limit was, and I never played after that. Well, I've actually played this one through and I like it a lot. And so normal RPGs, you have like a melee class, a ranged class, and a healer class. Well, we're gonna do away with that. We're gonna throw it away and we're gonna put some Brown Turtle on it. So we have a heavy armor class, we have a stun class, we have a DPS class, so we're gonna keep that, the damage per second class. And then we have these mages. They all have these rods. I'm gonna call them the ramrods because if you find a good one, they can lay down some hurt or let you lay down some hurt with a healer. So those are the 4 classes, and you might also find yourself in a couple of those categories. Like for myself, I'm a Shillian Knight. I'm in heavy armor, but I also got some really wicked, crazy stuns. One of the other players in my team is a blade dancer, so he throws down some damage per second, but he also has stuns and knockdowns. And then we have a Shillian Elder on our team, which is like a rare class in our game or in our server. They're actually a healer and they throw down some DPS as well. So all 3 of us, we make up 4 people, which is kind of nice. And you can get the same thing. And I urge you guys to find that. So with that, each class has a separate role. And so we'll start off with the easier one, the healers. The healers, the mages, the ramrods, they are the ones that buff your team. Some of them debuff the other team. But they also are the ones that keep your party alive. You know, the really cool thing about the ramrods is they can hit more than one player at a single time with a single click of a button. So those guys are very, very important. Stay alive, healers. Rule number 1, don't die. And rule number 1 applies to both other players on the team. Keep that person alive. That person should never go solo. That person should always have an escort. Our strategy is that the tanks, myself or someone in heavy armor, actually is to engage and instigate. I have this really neat chain Hydra that actually pulls units to me and stuns them for 2.5 seconds. Here's a video of it right here. That right there, I will stun those players and I will run. Actually, with the chain Hydra, it actually taunts them at the same time, so they target me. So then when my DPS and my Ramrod come in, they can hit them without getting hit. And as I'm running away, if I catch one of the other players that try to run away because they're low health, I hit them. So it works out. It's a really good strategy, and you can see it. So the important thing is to be on voice chat, because when I get on Discord with my teammates, I can tell them when I'm getting ready to pull, so they know when to engage and when not to engage. We also communicate our spells so that we aren't all spamming our spells at the same time. Those are very valuable. So your heavy armor player is the one that actually engages. Your heavy armor player is the one that gets someone to bite, and then the other two come in and hurt them. Now, if you have a really nice stun that can stun more than one player, that's your goal in heavy armor. Do that. Stun, gun, run. Also, it's convenient because as you're running, if it's a buff time, you can actually grab a buff while your team's doing all the hard work. I get that a lot. But yeah, so that's that. The DPS player, actually, for us, our DPS is in heavy armor, so he and I can rotate and keep the other team alive, or the other person alive while they're running away. And then I can turn around and I can actually take his place next to our Ramrod and throw down some hurt. For those that have range units, like there's a lot of players with those in this game. You have a lot of stuns and knockdowns in your tank as well. So I would definitely suggest using lasting effects that poison or create lasting damage. Any slowdowns to help you and your other teammates get those kills and to keep the damage going. Now, as our team, I don't think we've ever gone against 3 DPS players and lost. So I definitely would suggest, if you are a DPS, like a bow player, to find somebody in heavy armor also, and make sure you find a group. I mean, having a group is mad important. Look for the 2-on-1 opportunities, and don't waste your area effect spells on just one single opponent. If you make the first kill, it's 2-on-3, and so that's when your AoE spells will actually work. Communication is really key, so being on the phone and knowing who's going to spell and who isn't is golden, and it's valuable so you're not wasting those damage spells. Space between you and your opponent is kind of key. Let them come to you. And like I said, with the AoE spells, like, you don't want to be caught in a red circle. So if you continue to move is really key. If they're camping your spawn point, you actually have a 2-second cooldown or immunity, so you can actually run away from the spot without getting hurt, and you can go to their spawn spot. So kiting in this game works. Run, don't die. It's rule number one. Watch the buff timer and engage in battle, and try to time it so that your kills are around the buff. It's not always key. Like I think I've lost battles because I was too busy looking at the buffs, and I've gotten slack from my teammates. But the buffs are important. For me, it's the only way I can heal. Not everyone can kite at once, or you'll get picked off. Tanks should kite, bring hungry opponents to their waiting teammates. Again, there's a 2-second immunity. Target healers or other players' ramrods. Many parties won't have one, but if they do, those guys do hurt, and they hurt more than one person with their staff, but they're really squishy at the same time. And if they can't heal themselves, yeah, definitely pick those people off. And it will really help you as far as you're getting those numbers advantages. Literally, one missile bolt and a smack would kill most healers. And lastly, chip away. If you have a ideal 3v3 team and you can take damage and recover, not everybody can do that. One of the issues we have as a team is, if you're watching our videos, we very rarely get an all kill. If we do, it's on a really a weaker opponent, or our strategies just really work really well. But there's definitely room for improvement for us. But you know, when it comes down to it, if you can prevent them from getting an all kill, and you can't get an all kill, it's really going to come down to the wire. So it's a numbers game. Chip away, take down their health, get the health buff so they can't get the health buff, and just go at it. Feel free to leave a comment on what you'd like to see next. I'm open. I'm also creative, so I won't fail at finding some content to share with you guys. But lastly, share this video with your clan mates. This is free for the community, and I do this for the community. I could sit here and hold all these tips and tricks to myself and watch myself and my team rise to the top of the leaderboards in this 3v3. But at the same time, it's not hard, I guess you'd say. I'd rather fight worthy opponents, and the only worthy opponents that I have found are teams that we've gone against multiple times that actually stick together, that know what each other is doing. So again, find a team, learn each other's skills, see how you can work it out, and do it hard. You know, have fun with it. May your swords be sharp, your arrows fly straight, and your spells ever powerful. Like and subscribe. And enjoy the rest of this video as we take out a few players that are a higher CP than us. And I'll catch you guys next time.